It's like a candle that never dims. All of us having the ability to be the best versions of ourselves. Whether we choose to be our best or not, we all have the potential to be. When we do our best in whatever we do, others around us will feel more inclined to be their best also. A great example of this is last night. Kobe Bryant played his last game of a stellar 20-year career, and he left the game that he loved on a high note, scoring 60 points. Keep in mind, he had been injured all season, but he brought his best, and along with his coach, Byron Scott, and his teammates, they made sure that he ended his career with a win. Kobe's desire to be his best inspired his team to do the same. Many of our ancestors, like Harriet Tubman, one of the most prolific abolitionists, had to constantly empower others. She had to start with herself. Her desire for freedom seemed as though it was in her DNA. She empowered others around her to crave for freedom, just like she did. That's the secret, though. She started with herself first, making sure that she was the best version of herself before starting to work with others. With this fire, she led over 300 slaves to freedom. Our ancestors learned that we constantly have to be doing our best so that we can be empowered and also empower others to do the same. Knowing that I too come from such strength and resilience has propelled me to live in my greatness while allowing others to do the same. When we first moved into our house, there was a vacant house at the end of our street. My family decided we wanted to use the backyard of that house to create a community garden. We knew that we could not do this work alone. My family first had to start with us, so we drafted an initial plan. Then we started talking to and engaging our neighbors. We started with the simple act of walking in our community. By doing this, we spread an infectious disease of positivity and optimism. Soon, our neighbors became interested in helping with the garden. We boarded up the house with new boards and took down the graffiti that people had sprayed on the house. We even took walks in our neighborhood to admire our garden and spread the message that we were committed to health and wellness. By the end of the summer, there was an abundance of carrots, collards, tomatoes, and much more to share across the community. This is a prime example of how one person can affect the energy of the whole community. Every summer, our neighbors look forward to helping with the garden and feasting on our own harvest. By being our best, we change our entire community. This, my friends, is a revolutionary act. I implement the things I have learned from that experience into my everyday life. I walk into everything I do, giving it 110%. When I try my best, I not only do it for myself, but for others. I want to leave you with this quote by John Maxwell, a leader from right here in Michigan. He says, "Leaders become great not because of their power, but because they have the ability to empower others." Think about that. Leaders become great not because of their power, but because they have the ability to empower others. Implement that into your life. Never let anything blow out your candles.